The Street Corner Soapbox. The Street Corner Soapbox with Falso and Willin. Podcast takeover. We're making a killing. Music to nightlife. Debauchery and street news. Serving it hot. We are some street news, movies and mayhem. The craziest guests, words from chaos. Get it off our chest. Rhode Island, worldwide. Dark corners in all places. Speak how we live. Radio show. Smoking aces. Ladies and gents, for the people we're talking. Take the show on the road, right where you're walking. Yeah.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Street Corner Soapbox Podcast coming to you live.
That's hot. I can hear that.
That's right, boys and girls. Street Corner Soapbox. Now, we all know during this crazy time with the pandemic, businesses are struggling. So we're here to support local businesses, and we need your help to do so also.
That's right. So subscribe to our Patreon, become a member to help support the show, and receive exclusive episodes and bonus content, as well as discounts on merch. That's patreon.com/streetcorner_soapbox2020.
Follow us on our website, streetcornersoapbox.com.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Street Corner Soapbox. I'm here, my brother, Lord Willin.
Yo, what's the deal? What's good, people?
What up? Very special guest today from Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Local tonight.
The infamous Krook Rock. Krook, what's going on, bro?
What up?
Yes. Peace, y'all. But I just want, no disrespect, but I want to correct the brother.
What's that?
Because I'm not local.
Oh, yeah, international.
Here.
At least call me regional. At least.
Oh, I see. He is from a local as far as a local.
Coastal.
Yes, but he is
coastal just to be.
Well, international now, I think, right?
International.
His outreach is definitely international.
You did stuff in DR.
I've performed.
He's performed all over. We'll get into that in a minute. But I know what he's saying. I mean, technically, we're fucking not local either. We got some fans, listeners overseas.
This is true.
You know, there are local artists, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
You know, they make a career. They're happy with their lives.
No doubt.
They do performances and gigs regularly, but they hold down their regular job. They don't really have a dream of really becoming successful as artists. They're fine with just doing art and being whatever they are. You know what I'm saying? That to me is a local artist.
Yeah, like more like doing it as a hobby, kind of
on the side, right? They might not treat it like a lifestyle.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
You know what? Someone said, I forget who it was exactly, but someone said, in order to really make the dream achievable, you got to live it all the time, 24/7, even if you're not making money at it. You know,
straight up. That's a fact.
Yeah, Krook, you agree with that?
That's a fact.
Word.
You have to throw yourself all the way in.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. And you got to make those sacrifices.
Yeah,
not always
probably
easy,
tons.
but no, this blood, sweat, tears, and sanity for sure.
Sanity,
a lot of sanity.
So, Krook, man, thanks for coming on the show. You want to get into a little bit about your background, how you got into music, any inspirations or influences?
Yeah, I mean, I'm born in Providence, Rhode Island. You know what I'm saying? So I'm born in the hood. We come from DR. Family didn't speak no English. So, I didn't really learn how to speak English till, I was like in first grade, 5, 6 years old was when I, learned how to really just talk from going to school and stuff like that. We didn't really watch that much TV. You know what I'm saying? We was mad little. But my mom was mad religious. So they didn't play no music in the crib.
Yeah.
We didn't play no music in the crib. You know what I'm saying? So my father partied, just not at the crib.
my father dances
too.
All of our parents party.
We can all relate on that.
You know what I'm saying? But so all we had as an influence is whatever was our American influence. You know what I'm saying? MTV came out, around 83. I was like 9 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we was influenced by all them videos that we were watching, all this crazy pop.
And you weren't hearing it on the radio or any other place besides there, right?
Right. European music, like all these artists from England and whatever. So, so we get into all this, and then hip hop is going off. So you hearing the hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And in the streets, we in the hood, so we gonna hear it. So just hearing that wicked. You know what I mean? Like, when I heard that, I'm Cosmo D from outer space, and that little voice, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was like going crazy. Like, I was in my grandma's crib in the backyard, and I'm hearing it coming from like the other side of the block. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like banging loud. Like, they was pumping that, and I was just like loving it. I just remember, like, I never forget the moment. That might have been the actual day that I fell in love with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I never forget that moment in particular and how it hit me. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Especially when hip hop wasn't around like that. It's not like you're hearing it every day. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on the radio, nothing like that. But then they did have it on college radio. You had to catch it certain hours. I'm a little kid. I'm 9, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? 11 years old, and I'm finding out when the hip hop is on, and I'd be like in the living room by myself in the dark, listening to the hip hop, Run DMC, Christmas rap, The Show, Dougie Fresh. You know what I mean? Like when them records came out, I was listening on the. You know what I'm saying? As a little ass kid, you know what I mean? So I would record the tapes out. I've been making mixtapes for like, no cap, like, 35 years.
Right.
Like, literally.
You just have to put the tape on the end so you could re-record over the shit.
Yep. I had little kids at school that, little white boys, didn't know nothing about the hip hop. They wanted to know. They're like, where do you get this hip hop? Like, can you make me a tape? Can you bring me a tape? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I'll make you a tape. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I'm like in 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? Making mixtapes.
Oh, yeah.
And then just kept going, just kept doing them. In high school, we was dropping mixtapes when it was tapes. People don't even know. These young kids hear the word mixtape and don't realize that when you hear mixtape, that it really means tape.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. No. They think a mixtape is just like a word for a digital release. That it's not an album. You know what I'm saying? But it's obviously started off as recording on cassette.
I think what happens, with things like that, because there's a lot of words where after it seems to be as common knowledge. Once it becomes common knowledge, then it's no longer explained. Mm-hmm. And nobody talks about it. It's just common knowledge, and it's just thrown around and said like it's nothing.
Kind of lost its value.
And then the next generation comes in, and they just hearing it get thrown around. So then they start throwing it around without even knowing the original
origins of it. Yeah.
So there's mad words that we use every day that have other meanings that most people don't even realize what that original meaning was of that word.
That's a great way to look at it. I agree with you.
100%.
That's American language for you.
Right.
So Krook, you started off as a DJ, which you just kind of started getting into, and then you started rapping and making beats with your brother, DJ Merk. Shout out to Merk.
What up, Merk?
Boiler Room Studios.
Yeah. Something that I be forgetting, I don't know why I don't add it in my bios, is the graffiti side of it.
Oh, you doing graph too? I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, I'm one of the hardest dudes in the cities, like born and raised here. That like my letters, I put my letters against anybody's letters. I don't care. I'll go letter for letter against anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I've been graffiti head for just as long, 35 years, 40 years. Like as a little kid, like I used to see it on the walls. I used to copy the names. I used to try to, you know what I mean? So graffiti was a big part of when we was doing the hip hop.
I've been there. I've seen it. I've seen it in recent years.
So like when me and my brother was making the beats, started making the beats, we were in high school, you know what I'm saying? We was doing the graffiti. That was really where we got our fame from. Yeah. Because the graffiti allowed you to advertise your name, who you
were promoting, you're doing the same thing with the organic style.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm Krook Rock, Krook everywhere, but my name was Vader, you know what I'm saying? Then it became Krook, you know what I'm saying? And then I added the Rock to make sure I wasn't confused with any other Krook.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So now, boom, the Krook Rock, my brother's making the beats, he's scratching, he's killing it, you know what I'm saying? We putting projects together, we doing shows, performing, you know what I'm saying? And the graffiti got us the fame and made us like we are this. It ain't just talking about it. This is who they are, and it's all over. Yeah. In all the high schools,
promo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now we doing these parties, and we got all the kids coming to our parties. We got members in all the high schools. You know what I'm saying? So we attracted a lot of people because we just believed in ourselves as a crew. We rode tight, and we were creators. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
A bunch of rappers, a bunch of graffiti artists. So that was like 92 era, 93. I went solo because graduated high school, and it's like I'm moving up, and other guys want to stay as kids or they want to go into street life, which I wasn't trying to get involved into initially.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
but that's how it went down.
Right,
you know
right.
What I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, I guess solo it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then started the solo career, but then went back to the group because the other members gravitated. The ones who just said, you know, I love this music. I love what we've been doing for years. Now I'm not gonna let this go. We're gonna keep rocking. You know what I'm saying? So we then reformed the Bad Luck Crew. That was in the mid '90s. You know, so that was another era.
I remember as a kid going to the record stores, and I told Merck this when I met him years ago. I remember seeing the Bad Luck Crew albums, the vinyl, and I think CDs as well. So I knew, like, you know, I knew the name. I probably heard some of the songs, you know, local radio or whatever. So I definitely knew who you guys were.
Definitely.
You guys were making
that was
making
'98
noise.
when I released the EP. You know, I was out on bail for murder.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm out on bail for murder. Don't even know how much time I got left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm creating. I'm recording. I'm only focused on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was working. I was just doing whatever I had to do as a musician. You know what I'm saying? And it was a tough '98. You know what I'm saying? Like, my girl wasn't even trying to hear it no more. She's like, I can't put up with this. She in college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She like, you in the streets. You about to go do time. Like, we don't really have a future. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, you know what I'm saying? So she's like, we're done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're going to leave me right now while I'm still out on bail, still facing murder. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. So, you know, but I take it in stride. I had a lot of pain going on, but I always had a way of not letting the pain get to me. Mm-hmm. And still being a fun guy and still being an outgoing guy. You know what I'm saying? I was not feeling the pain any less. I just took it differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Than most people probably would have. You know what I'm saying? Because a few weeks later, I had a new girlfriend.
Got over it.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
It happened for 3 whole weeks. You know what I'm saying? but you know, and it is what it is. The charge got dropped down to manslaughter and ended up finishing the album and completing everything and sending it out to get pressed the day before I got sentenced to 9 years.
Oh shit.
Oh, word. So you did a 9-year stretch?
Well, I did less than 9.
Word.
6 and change.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? All together with the house arrests and everything included. You know. But
So, Cronketon, is that your debut album? Am I saying that right? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Cronqueton.
Oh, that's Spanish, right? Yeah. Okay.
Cronqueton. So I was mixing. I was attempting to mix a sound of crunk music that was popping
Yes,
with Lil
I
Jon
remember
and
that.
all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Which,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of became like the trap, but only it was harder. So the crunk and the reggaeton. You know, since I'm an Americanized Latino artist, I'm not the same as all the artists that are from PR, DR, coming from the islands. They're different. You know, even if we're the same race or whatever, we still
you're American.
growing up different.
You're an American.
It's like you growing up in New York and you growing up in LA.
Right.
You're gonna be different.
Two different worlds.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
so it's like but it's not the same as like I'm doing LA music, but I'm from New York. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you still gotta be you. You know what I'm saying? So even though we the same language, I still gotta be me. So I thought, you know, mix a little bit of the, you know, sounds of the crunk with some of the reggaeton. So that was the whole, you know, feeling behind that. You know, but I didn't get the production that I really wanted to match the idea.
All right.
The way I really wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? But it was still a dope album, a Spanglish album, you know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of the work.
Well, it was distributed by Universal Records Latino, so I mean that's pretty big right there, right?
Yeah. I was signed to JKH Entertainment, and then they got the distribution with Universal. You know what I'm saying? So everything was looking promising.
How was that process working with a major label?
I mean, you don't ever deal with the major label. You deal with the independent.
Right, because they were just doing
the
the distro.
And they have, you know, their people that mostly deal with you. And then you would deal with the head guy because it's an independent label, so it's not like some, you know, so you still deal with this main guy.
Same guy,
But then they deal with other people on their own time. You know what I'm saying? So whatever deals they got going on with Universal, I don't have no clue. I don't know how much percentage they was giving Universal or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like I had no clue of that business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't give me that information. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny because they keep the artist as separate as possible from the top. As much as possible.
You're kind of in the dark on those deals.
Yeah, because that's what it is. They're just keeping you in the dark because the higher you go, the more you will know.
Yeah.
Because, people at the top, they love to let little people know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? And it might motivate you and put you onto some game that make you say, damn, this label's getting over on me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So they don't want you to find out that you know what I'm saying, they're just straight playing you. But most labels, in order for them to actually get rich off an artist, they gotta play the shit out of you in order for them to get rich.
That's the game, isn't it?
You know
that's the business. That's a music business.
But to treat a person like a property like that, you know what I'm saying? That's close to enslavement.
I agree with you. Yeah.
It's like seriously.
And tons of people get burned by them too, from royalties and everything.
And then they still gotta give the 1/3 to the government.
Right, the taxes.
On top of that.
Yeah.
And the problem is that these guys get signed and they thinking that it's big money and that this big money is gonna keep coming. They start spending. They know it's in their account. They like, I want that. Give me that. Yeah. They think it's gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
But look at what this pandemic did. There was a lot of guys that were doing mad performances.
Oh yeah, forget it.
Weekly performances.
Forget it.
2, 3,
Yes.
4, 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were hot like that.
I know.
They were spending money every day.
Oh yeah, balling out, man.
$1,000 sneakers, or the chains, or the cars, everything.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're running around every day. That money's depleting.
Exactly.
They still trying to hang on to the lifestyle because you got all these little guys still running around treating you like you the shit.
Yeah.
Of this motherfucker.
Break it on down.
The industry ain't even thinking about you, but you got all these little guys around you, so you still gotta hang on to the lifestyle. You still gotta keep buying a bottle of Hennessy every day. You still gotta be buying a half ounce of weed every day. You still gotta be, you know what I'm saying, feeding people every day and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they trying to keep up with the lifestyle that they were getting paid enough to keep living that stupidity. You know what I'm saying? But if they were thinking that it was gonna end, that at any point, they wouldn't have been living like that. They would have been like, nah, like Lil Baby. That's why I respect Lil Baby, because Lil Baby be talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? He be talking about how he don't buy all these jewels and all this other stuff, that he's not spending all his money all the time on all type of things that are unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's being smart. He's getting this paper and he's like, nah, I'm not going to blow it. Because he understands the game of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually he'll have enough where he can just invest too.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's right.
He probably already invested.
Probably sponsors.
Yeah, I mean, that's the smart move to do because music might not last forever. And, a lot of these artists, they might be getting 20, 30 grand a show, so they're thinking, oh, I'm good. I could fucking tour, a couple times a year. I mean, the thing, too, now, Krook, there's no more real record sales anymore. So the money comes from the shows and the merchandise, mainly. You know what I'm saying? So, but now...
they're getting streaming money now.
Yeah, but you got to stream a lot, though.
A lot. But some of them are actually, like, people that you don't even hear on the radio are actually making tens of thousands of dollars.
Really?
Or streaming monthly.
Because I've heard the other side of it from maybe more underground artists who are like, they might have, 50, 60,000 streams a month or whatever it is, just a random number, and they're not seeing much from that. You're seeing like a percentage of a penny per stream.
Right.
So,
I mean, you got to be super wavy.
Yeah.
Super wavy.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're not getting show money, then you have to find other ways. And then merch, that's why merch is important.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? And some of these guys are smart enough to have their merch popping.
Yeah.
There's a few artists that got merch popping. Like Travis Scott is killing the game. Like with the merch.
McDonald's? That's the biggest flex of all time.
What's he doing? McDonald's commercials? I don't know.
He's doing McDonald's Happy Meals, bro.
Word.
That's all about.
He's trash. I'm not saying I'm not bigging him up.
I'm saying that the marketing plan is.
On rap, he's doing like chips. Like I heard, like there's bags of chips coming out.
Fetty Wap has chips.
Fetty Wap.
Chicken.
Someone was telling us about the chicken. Someone's coming out with their own chicken brand.
I think I heard.
That's probably Rick Ross.
That's Tiger.
Tiger. Yeah.
It's a chicken delivery service with no restaurant.
Yeah,
just
So
delivery only.
I don't know who's gonna be housing it, but they like it's like without a restaurant, but you can order it.
Yeah.
But there won't be no place that you can go pick it up at.
So just delivery only.
Yeah. So I guess they'll make it in a private kitchen
And then just ship it.
and then just deliver it.
I guess it's a smart business plan, right?
I think it might be.
Well, it's good.
Might be a way.
It's good because you're going to save a lot on overhead.
Yeah. Instead of opening a restaurant.
And
You don't have to make it nice.
And there's
Yeah.
a lot of different. Well, one, your staff, you eliminate all your front of the house.
Our friend Joe from Ichini's wasn't a fan of that idea, though. Remember, he's the one that actually told me about it. Yeah. He thinks it's going to hurt the restaurant, some of the restaurant business.
Because
It can,
people,
but if it's hurting one business, but it's still creating
well, you know why?
another business.
Especially for now.
Is it really messing up the economy?
Right now, it's good because that place, they're gonna, with the pandemic, if they close restaurants again, you can't go there and it's just takeout service. They're already ahead in the game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's why I think that they're kind of ahead of the curve, but it all depends on the product, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No,
And how do you
definitely.
believe in the product first? How do you start it when people haven't even tried it yet?
Yeah, difficult.
It
You know
is.
what I'm saying?
But I do agree. You got to find other ways to make money, to market yourself. It's not, you can't just rely on music. Even before COVID, like, you have to find other. It's the smartest artists do.
No, but you know what?
I'm saying?
There's a lot of delis like that, but that have no seating, but they at least allow pickup.
Right.
So maybe
and they make good money like that too.
Yeah.
You know, they're still making their money like
Yeah.
that. There's
Yeah.
pizza shops that are like that too.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have seating, but
A lot of takeout places are still doing pretty well.
I mean, Rhode
I
Island's
think
big for
they
that
like
too.
it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of them like it.
I think so.
Like,
You were
know what?
saying that, right? You know some people that are doing really well with
I mean,
their takeout.
they do really well because think about it's like food costs, like how much pasta you can get. You can make pans of it, prep, get there at 4 a.m, prep till 6, 7, and then start cooking, and then you open
washing dishes.
just pans
You know what I'm saying?
and
Yeah.
pans
All that
and pans and
silverware don't have to
plates
get,
and.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, but you have,
Wipe the
sandwiches
tables.
can be fresh and everything else you make ahead of time. And you want eggplant parm, you want a calzone, you can throw it in the oven. You want a sandwich or whatever. It's easy and it's cheap. Pasta is the cheapest thing ever. Sauce and freaking pasta is so cheap, you know.
Yeah.
And then vegetables you can outsource locally and all that. You're getting hungry.
I promote the organic vibe, so
Hell yeah.
I don't
No doubt.
I don't support any restaurant eating unless it's a nice good vegetarian spot or
Are you a vegetarian?
not fully.
Okay.
But I promote as much as possible.
No doubt.
Because that's
Healthy
eating. That's the
You've been to the Grange
direction
on Grange on Broadway.
That's a nice spot, been there.
Grange is
Yeah.
good.
Range, of course.
Garden Grill, too.
Garden
I haven't
Grill.
been- I
They're the
haven't
same
been.
owners.
Yeah, same owners.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're plugging them right now, so maybe they should sponsor us. They should sponsor Street Corner Soapbox, Krook Rock. Listen, me and Krook will come up with a song. You know what I'm saying? We'll do a track. I'm with it.
He's already thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, so it's, I'm definitely about that good eating, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Because we gotta stay alive.
And you got to get local. Get local farms and stuff. First, it's better for you.
Yep.
Way better.
All that.
You
It's
know?
like when you cooking your own food, you're putting energy into the food.
Yep.
You put in vibrations, love. All that stuff goes into the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I cook a lot.
I tell people the story. Imagine the guy working at McDonald's, flipping your burger, thinking about who his wife is cheating on him with. He's all pissed off. He ain't got no money. He's like, damn, I want to get high. He don't even got money for weed. Like he's making your burger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't want that burger. You know what I'm saying? No wonder your stomach is.
Yeah, that's a sad burger.
Oh my
That's
god.
where the pickles be all fucked up, falling off.
I never thought about it like that, but that's a great way that you just explained it. That's fucking great.
Imagine you start thinking that your wife is cheating on you after you eat that burger.
After you eat that burger.
Yeah, because the dude that made it, he was.
Another reason not to eat fast food, right?
Yep. Straight up.
So, Krook, you want to talk a little bit about? I know you did tons of shows all over New England, New York, Florida, Arizona, Texas, and obviously DR in Mexico. How was that?
Mexico, the love in Mexico was amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In DR, even though I'm from DR, I'm common.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then there's other artists that are famous, and I'm not famous. I'm like on the underscore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I'm it's a regular time. I'm just having the experience and
Yeah.
or whatever. But in Mexico, I'm like a superstar out there.
Where'd you perform out there?
In Juarez, Mexico, one of the most dangerous cities in the world.
How was that? How was that experience?
Scary most of the time, you know what I'm saying? But once we were in the spots,
yeah, you were cool.
You know what I'm saying? We felt good, you know what I'm saying? But getting there and then leaving, you know what I'm saying, was always sketchy. But the love was crazy. Like, you know, I got up on the stage one time and the girls was rushing me. I never thought that I'd be mad that some girls is all over me like that because I couldn't perform, you know. I perform a live show, you know what I'm saying? These chicks is all over me, not letting me move, trying to dance and grind on me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, could somebody come get these girls? Like, that was in one spot in Mexico, another spot in Mexico because I made a mistake when one Mexican girl asked me for a kiss, right? Just random. Oh, can you give me a kiss, right? So I'm like, you know, she wasn't all that either, you know what I'm saying? She, like a 5 at best, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And she's like, can I get a kiss? So I didn't give her the kiss, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so then the night was kind of weak, like it was kind of dead, like all the girls was just somebody or there was whack girls. So I see the girl again, I try to holler at her, and she's like, psst. And she didn't give me no play. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, shit.
You should have went with the 5. You should have went with the 5. You should have just gave her a kiss.
So now the next time I'm in Mexico, you know what I'm saying, probably a few months later or whatever, I'm at another event. Boom, we killing this shit. We rock this joint, you know what I'm saying? And after, the girl comes up to me and she asked me, can I get a kiss? Now, this bitch was bad, you know what I'm saying, compared to the other girl.
But even if she wasn't, you can't give up another kiss.
But exactly. I'm like, nope, I don't care.
Kissing anybody.
I never thought I'd have the opportunity. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm kissing her. I'm like, yup, I'll give you a kiss. She's like, for real? And then, boom, I went and gave her a kiss. All the girls was like, whoa! You know what I'm saying? So now we go to the VIP and shit, and they all in line, waiting to go in there, meet me, and give me a kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all want to talk to me, give me a kiss, and then one chubby girl comes over here, hey, can I get a kiss? And I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying, whatever, I'm not giving her no play. Again, I regret it. But at the moment, you know, she's like, I seen you giving all the other girls kisses, why you want to give me a kiss?
Try to guilt trip you into it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, damn, they be giving me the emails and everything, and next, you know, and the wild after parties and stuff like that. Girls will get down right in the middle of the street and just, you know, I'm young and wild, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a little reckless. I've been
living it up.
I've been a little reckless, you know what I'm saying? Hey, to go middle of the street, around the car. Hey,
there you go.
Pull it out.
Boom, bang,
She's
bang.
like, what? You know, so it's wild out there. Mexico definitely was like love. El Paso, Texas, did many shows out there. That's what led to the Juarez, you know, Phoenix, Arizona, New Mexico. I was doing a lot in that whole Midwest around the time I got signed.
So you're definitely expanding past the local scene for sure. How would you compare? I mean, I guess you just kind of did, but I was going to say I have a lot of friends who've taught overseas, and a lot of the times they'll say doing shows outside of the country are better than doing shows domestically. They find more love. There's more love and more appreciation for the music.
It's probably the appreciation for you and the culture. You're bringing the culture, and especially when you rock.
Yeah.
If you really dope, and they seeing you, and you from overseas and you that dope, they're like, oh shoot, like we might never see him again.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they like trying to. Like,
they're all into it.
The crazy thing is that even the guys, like it's not just, you know, you got groupies or whatever, but the guys that are kind of like groupies too, but some of them are groupies like in a mad cool way, like they want to get you girls.
Yeah.
They're gonna get you drinks.
Yeah.
They're gonna they just trying to make things happen for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get that locally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But overseas, you'll have these guys that are trying to get everything that you need. They want to make sure that you meet all the right people. They're getting you, if you want to smoke, they're going to find you the bud. You know, they're just doing everything for you. You know what I'm saying? My boy used to go out there. As soon as my boy used to get more pussy than me when I was on the road out there in the West. Straight up. He's like, yeah, my boy's from New York. He is. Next thing you know, he's bagging all these girls, just telling them that he's with me and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
He's just along for the ride.
He'll be in the hotel. He'll be at the hotel with some chicks, and I'll be somewhere stuck somewhere. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? You at the hotel? There's some pussy right now.
That's great.
Yo, but
They probably still asking when you're coming back too.
nah, believe me. Man, as soon as you show up, they know.
They're gonna get some pussy.
I had a girl run up in the spot and say, "Krook, oh my God, it's you, for real." I was driving by and I saw him walking down the street and I said, "Oh my God, is that Krook? I heard Pitbull was on the radio. He's gonna be here." He said, "Pitbull's gonna be here? It gotta be Krook." She ran up in the store and saw me. I was like, "Oh shoot!" Next thing you know, that same night, me and my boy was double teaming.
Road stories.
Yeah, right.
Tales from the road. Groupie love right there.
For real.
So going back a little bit, so you released the EP and an album with the Bad Luck Crew, and then you also released a solo LP. I don't want to say it wrong. Was it Desayuno?
Desayuno, yeah.
Yeah, and as well as an English album, Streets Got a Hold.
Yeah, so you know, I was just got out, right? On parole. So I had so many songs from when I was in the joint, you know what I'm saying? I was writing English stuff and Spanish stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I had so much material that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just do both. Just drop both, you know what I'm saying? And my godfather fronted me some cash to print the albums, you know what I'm saying? And I printed like 1,000 copies of each and just got out there and started grinding.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the beginning of that hustle that, like, you know, like I was locked up for a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? Thinking about all the time that I lost and how much more I could have accomplished. So I was thinking about what I can do to empower myself to catch up, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't waste time to decide I was going to release an album and put it out and everything like that. I didn't know how I was going to get the money, you know what I'm saying? I just knew I was going to do it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, my godfather came through, and then once I got the product, like, I ain't gonna sit around with the product. I gotta go move this.
Hustling it, yeah.
Running around to all the little stores, whoever sold CDs or didn't sell CDs, and let them know this is my product. Are you gonna support me? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I didn't really make money like that off of it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like so many sales in between, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, boom, 2,000 copies, I flipped them in 2 weeks. Then I would have said, okay, I got some bread and I can reinvest or whatever. But when you're selling, you know, 30 here, 20 there,
I've been through that.
10 there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes a while, you know.
Trying to create a buzz.
Yeah, just to create the buzz. But that's all part of the journey.
Right.
You know, and me putting them albums out is what got me the deal.
No doubt.
Ended up.
They saw your hustle. They recognized your hustle and respected it.
You know, so when my boy was presenting my stuff, it's like, look, he got 2 albums out. He does the English and the Spanish.
Word.
He got mad talent. He got beats. He does this, that. You know what I'm saying? He promotes his own self. You know, so they already knew that they was dealing with someone who was at least professional enough to put out his own things. You know what I'm saying? So we understand the game at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now you also released 3 mixtapes with some pretty big names: DJ Camilo of Hot 97, DJ Chubby Chub. Shout out to Chubby Chub, and DJ Scope. How did that come about?
Yeah, well, you know, when I got the deal, I had some extra, I had cash, I had bread, so you know what? Hey, Camilo, he's down with us, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all in the same, like I know a lot of his friends, partners, business partners of his and stuff like that, so I'm like, all right, let me put the money in his pocket.
Word.
Plus he's on Hot 97
and
everything like that, why not?
Yeah.
So, you know, paid him the money to do it for me. He did a hell of a job, you know what I'm saying? And I got out there and was grinding again.
Yeah.
Grinding, just pulling up, going to towns, going to Boston, Lawrence, New Bedford, any towns, New England towns, Hartford, you know what I'm saying? And just selling them hand to hand, you know? And then after a year went by or whatever, everything was still, you know, the album still hadn't come out or was about to come out or whatever. And then I got Chubby Chub to host the next one. He's another brother that been down with all my peoples, like his best friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was only right to get him. Plus, you know, these guys are like the best in the game at what they do. You know what I'm saying? It just happened to be that I had access to them. You know what I'm saying? But they had to get paid just like everybody else.
It's a business.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know how it is.
But it was worth it because wherever I go, anywhere that I go, whether it's Boston, Miami, New York, my name is next to big names.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at least, and plus the artwork, I always made sure my artwork was top notch. You know what I'm saying? And my shit looked super professional and competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I just made noise with the tapes. Just kept pushing them, you know. Scope, this was, when I did with Scope, was already after the thing went sour with the record label. This was just me in the streets selling mixtapes at this point. You know what I'm saying? Just going up and down the coast selling mixtapes all the way to Virginia, Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, North, South Carolina, you know, Jersey, all of New England, you know what I'm saying? Like Philly, like
You're traveling everywhere.
St. Louis,
Yeah, right.
you know what I'm saying? Like Cleveland, I'm out there.
Well, as a DJ, you did what, over 200 mixtapes?
In a 2-year span.
Yeah.
About
Yeah, because you sold 200,000.
No, yeah, 200,000. Yeah.
200,000.
Yeah.
Mixtapes. Yeah, you were definitely grinding.
I've sold 1 million actually. I've
Really?
actually sold 1 million mixtapes already. Not on my own.
Yeah.
Mind you, you know, some of them are mine produced. Some of them might be Big Mike, DJ
I got you.
Scope.
Shout out to Big Mike.
Down south, you know what I'm saying? Our DJs that I mess with, Empire.
Yeah, everything all together.
Ghetto All Stars, everything
Yeah,
all together.
that's
I've
wild.
sold 1 million mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? In over 10 years. It's been like 15 years though.
Now you're still moving the mixtapes, the hard copies, right?
I'm still moving them.
Yeah, you're keeping that game relevant. We were talking to Crazy Ray about that, and you know, it's a lot of people would consider CDs and stuff like that to be a dying fucking breed, but it seems like you guys still got them on lock.
Well,
Want to talk about that?
It's just the streets is the streets, man.
Yeah.
Wherever there's a program, there's gonna be the anti-program all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that everybody's just gonna go online and say, "That's it. We're just gonna do everything online." You know what I'm saying? And not mess with the streets no more, because this is direct to you from the guy on the corner who's getting it fresh from the actual DJ who just made it this last week. You dig what I'm saying? People are waiting for a song to get popping on the radio for them to jam to it.
Yeah.
You dig
Now
what
you
I'm
can
saying?
just have it.
Now you can just have it, right? But either way, it still got to get popping online for some people to even mess with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is it's still algorithms. What happens with algorithms? There is no algorithm in a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? And you go and start listening to something on any of them streaming platforms, and before you know it, the algorithm is going to start playing a certain particular songs that they think that you rock with.
Right.
Automatically. So you're going to get that same algorithm all the time. So they're going to keep you in a certain way that they believe that's where you are.
Yeah.
And the difference with the mixtape is you're just going to get this heat from the street.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's going to come back to back to back.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, I agree.
And you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
There's no algorithm.
And otherwise, some of the songs you might love and you never hear them otherwise.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
'cause
That's
if
how I
if
came
it
up,
didn't
man.
Didn't fit that algorithm, then nobody would see that.
Right. Exactly.
It's bullshit. It kind of fucks it up for a lot of artists on the come up, I think. It makes it more
any
difficult.
main site for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
And so, so I think that the streets like that.
Absolutely.
That is refreshing to them. They're putting some shit that they never heard before.
Or you might not hear it on the radio or them anyway. Besides the mixtape, you might not hear it regardless.
Some of them are not on YouTube
Anywhere,
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Try finding
saying?
that Prince catalog.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's out there now.
Oh, now it is.
So do you think it's still worth it? Let's say now, what are the mixtapes that you're pushing right now? Like that you're still like, what type of mixtapes are you pushing now?
I mean, everybody that's hot in the game, period. You got the Lil Baby mixes, the Baby mixes, you got the D Block mixes, all that. If they hot, Griselda, any Griselda mix is selling, you know what I'm saying? Big Sean, anybody that got new stuff out, old school, you got the old school, like you got a mix of Biggie, Non-Stop Mix by DJ 007 or Pac. You can't get that online.
Yeah.
It's not online.
Yeah.
If you don't got the CD, you're not gonna hear them cuts. You're not gonna hear them blends. You're not gonna hear that mix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we shouldn't put it online.
No.
Well, it keeps it alive.
It's a novelty too. You're creating a novelty market, a niche market, and for the true fans, they're gonna want to hear that stuff. Now, do you think it's worth it for like an up and coming artist or artist that is on the grind and maybe hasn't made it yet or whatever to still push CDs and mixtapes?
As part of the catalog.
Yeah.
But not as the main thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
On the side.
It's like you have that too.
Right.
So I have my mixtape. I mean, I have it on a mixtape, I have it on a professional CD, and I have it on a USB.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe I saw this. Some people want the CD instead of the USB. Some people say, nah, give me the USB. You know what I'm saying? So I have something for everybody. Some people don't want to pay more than $5, so I have it on a mixtape version for them.
Right.
And then I got the merch, the hoodies, shirts, hats. You know, you can't rely on any one thing to make all your money as an artist.
True.
You just have to know that all these other things, smoking products, if you can make anything with a smoking product with your brand on it, you can sell that too. Everybody smokes. You know what I'm saying? So the more different things you got that you can sell that is attached to your brand, then the better you are.
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
And it's just working it. It's just working it online, working it on your pages, you know what I'm saying, and hitting the streets, hitting the people you know, making the phone calls, sending people messages and letting them know, hey, what's up, you want support, you know what I'm saying, like just staying on the grind.
You got the cassettes too though, remember that?
The cassette?
Yeah, the cassettes came back around, I noticed. Like,
yeah.
It's like that novelty, like you know how the fashion changed and people are dressing like the 80s and now they want music like the 80s and early 90s.
They want to feel that feeling. How do they experience this? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's older cats too that want to relive it.
True.
And like the vinyl.
Vinyl.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Did you have vinyls too?
Vinyl's a big seller, man. A lot of people are releasing their music on vinyl, and it's expensive to do. From what I understand, but I haven't done it personally. But I know people that have, and it's definitely not cheap. But
listen, it's charging like $17 each type with the cover and the back cover, front cover.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. So you gotta sell it for like 30
at least.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you gotta invest. The investment, 100 of them is gonna be like 1,700 and change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna take a while for you to sell that many records.
Exactly.
Anyways, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like as you're growing though, you can do that.
Right.
If you got the budget for it and you're making money with all your other things, and you can afford the vinyl also, get the vinyl also. Because the more you have in your catalog, the more chances of purchases you're going to get.
Agreed. And there's a lot of vinyl collectors out there still. I mean, record stores that are still open are pretty much just selling vinyl at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if maybe cassettes as a novelty too, but the vinyl, there's a lot of vinyl collectors. You know, a lot of people on eBay,
The vinyl sound is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, it's the best. I don't think you can get much better than that.
Even new vinyls, because I used to work at FYE.
Yeah.
So there is no such thing as new vinyl. It's the same exact method.
Like the new albums that come out and stuff
it's
like
just that sound.
Yeah.
That sound that vinyl gives, you know what I'm saying? When you hear it through that needle and it's so full.
It's crazy when you hear the remastered Thriller album.
You know how long
you hear
it took?
Remastered 50 Cent and Richard I Trying album, you know what I'm saying? You hear it on the vinyl, it's just
dope.
wild. You know what I'm saying? It's
dope,
cinematic.
Man. Yeah. Now,
It took me a while. My bad. It took me a while to even start liking the sound of CDs.
Really?
I didn't like
compared to the
CD
vinyl.
sound compared to vinyl. It took me a while to get over it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, now it's for me. It's like comparing the CDs to the quality you get on the streaming sites. You know what I'm saying? It's
a
way
CD
less.
is better.
Oh yeah, way better. Not
That's
even close.
another selling point.
You brings your sound down to their platform standards. You know what I'm saying? So it takes away all the time that you put, all the money that you put into it.
They have to shrink it for the websites to be able to process so many MP3s all at once.
It lessens the quality for sure. Any engineer will tell you that. All the ones I know are like, dude, it's fucking way worse. You know what I mean? The quality's way less.
Well, for CDs, right?
Well, compared to like putting the music on a CD, compared to putting it on a streaming site.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They want to stay away from lawsuits though, because supposedly it was hurting people's ears going from one sound to the next song. Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It messes with your ears because if you hear a louder song, but then the next song's lower, and then the next song's even louder, it does something to your eardrums. So they wanted the standard to be straightforward all across.
Yeah, they got that control though.
So, Krook, you dropped a trilogy of videos that got picked up on satellite station HTV that reached people across South America, and you were also on Univision and Telemundo and on Dominican TV.
Yeah. That was around the time that I got signed. You know what I'm saying? There was some promo runs that we did in Dominican Republic, and the video was being aired. That was dope because I was in Dominican Republic and I was watching it, and my video came on. So
that's sick.
That was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a push. You know, everything is a push. Like, people think that, you know, everybody's just hot and they just blow up because the stuff is so dope. Nah, man, they get pushed. They got to keep shoving it down your throat, and then you finally believe in it and say, okay, I'm rocking with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just because it was dope from the beginning and drove you crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you know, with the issues that we were having with the labels, we didn't continue the push that was necessary. Like, we had, they had a plan, like a 3-month plan or something. I was supposed to go to Dominican Republic and do radio, TV, just be out there, get performances, and just, like, they were supposed to just take care of me being down there so that I could get as much experience as possible and do as much as possible in that market, so that it makes me hype to come back to America, because everybody's seeing me on the TV shows for all these few months. Who's this guy? Who's this new Dominican guy? That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the plan. They put you out there. You're on the TV. You're getting heard on the radio. Coming out on the CDs that are being sold on the streets. You know what I'm saying? A couple months go by. Pretty much most people know who you are. They're coming back to America and saying, yeah, this is this new dude, you know what I'm saying, that's playing out there, that's hot. Yo, check it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now America starts playing it, you know what I'm saying, and I come back and then we splash, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with my management, it was a sick, crazy, the events that took place is this movie stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, the stupid stuff. The guy was cheating on his wife. The girl, she found out that he was cheating with her friend, sending her money and stuff to Dominican Republic. The wife wants to leave him, wants to divorce him. This is at the point where he's supposed to be focusing on situating me in Dominican Republic so all this thing could go down. He got all this drama going on. His wife ends up telling him, like, oh, if you don't like me, what? Is it because I'm getting old or whatever? Well, why don't you pay for my facelift and pay for my tummy tuck and stuff? And guess what? He did it. She did it because I used to sleep at their house every once in a while, and he would work on the road and be gone for like the week. So I'd be at the house, you know what I'm saying, sleeping over, and she'd be telling me, I would never respect them ever again in my life. I'm like, wow, he's spending all his money. He's messing up the deal that we supposed to be doing. He's doing all this, and she don't even respect him and will never respect him, but she gonna use him forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all that's going down. Next thing you know, they just got so upset. The label got so upset and frustrated with the whole deal that they like, that's it, we're cutting it off. That's it, we're done.
Damn, that sucks, man.
So they just stopped. So my album still came out because it was already on schedule with Universal to come out when it was supposed to come out. And it still came out on schedule, but they were already done months before it came out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there was no press release. There was no follow-up. There was no other video. There was nothing. They just like, we're done. Because my original manager, he was on the run when he got me the deal. And his baby mama snitched on him because she finally got pissed enough to snitch on him, tell the cops where he was staying at out there. So as soon as he got me the record deal, like 1-2 weeks later, boom, he's bagged up. He's gone. So that's why I had to deal with this other guy. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was a whirlwind. So, you know, a lot of people, they hear and they know about what, you know, things that I've been involved in, but they don't really know the story.
Yeah.
They don't really know the real back-end story of why did Krook have an album about to drop and he was signed Universal and then all of a sudden nothing happened. Krook sucks.
No, it's just it was a situation that was beyond your control.
Yeah.
No, but this is
Two situations,
yeah.
Exactly, but the people don't know this.
They just watch the
people
headlines.
only
They look
see
at the headlines.
Right.
the results of what's happening.
Yeah.
Nobody comes and say, "Hey, Krook, man, we want to know what happened. Why don't you tell us what's going on and what really transpired?" You know what I'm saying? Nobody asked. Everybody assumed. You know, they always assume the worst. They always assume, because he's not easy to work with. That's why, because he's this or because he's that.
Yeah.
You know, making up every reason except finding out what the real reason
really happened.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that story because I don't really have the platforms to be really talking about it and letting it be known. You know?
Well, they can hear it now.
We heard it now, yeah. You people heard it first. So did that situation, would you say, motivate you, or did it frustrate you? Like, after all that happened, were you down and out, or were you like, fuck it, I'm just gonna grind myself?
Definitely was all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously the frustration, you know what I'm saying? The disappointment, and all that. But just me always believing in myself. I always knew that I had to take it into my, I could have managed myself.
Yeah.
If they would have just allowed me to. You know what I'm saying? Ruben Blades, who's a famous singer and actor, he never had a manager. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they just wanted to put me in a box or in, like no artists can't manage themselves. They just did not want to accept that I could. And if we were doing good enough, I'd be able to find somebody to stand next to me every day and make him my manager. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That would do everything if we were doing enough. If we were actually making something happen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they done gave up because they couldn't find a replacement. You know what I'm saying? And I was ready to do it on my own, but they just didn't believe that it could happen. That was not gonna happen. But all I would have needed was an assistant.
Yeah, it would have been good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would just send in my assistant, let them know that I'm here and blah blah blah.
Yeah, you take care of it.
And you know what I mean? We could have found a way.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
were so frustrated and pissed at the guy because they felt that the other guy didn't consider all their money invested. You know what I'm saying? How he was handling the situation he was going through, considering the label and everything like that. So, real stories of the industry.
Right,
And it gave me a little bit of, awareness of some of the artists that we've known throughout the years that you're like, whatever happened to that artist?
Yes, I was just going to say that.
He must have messed up his career.
Right.
He must have probably been on drugs. You can't even think anything if you don't know what it was, if you ain't heard the story. Because there's a million stories that can go behind why an artist went from being out there to just leaving it alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't just assume that the artist...
But yeah, right, people do that. They always
of course
go to
they
the
do.
worst.
People love to assume, but you can't...
And they assume the worst.
Exactly. People, you don't know the situations that people are going through, and a lot of times it's beyond their control, like what happened with you.
Yeah.
And you're a living testament to that.
Yeah.
And there's other things that other people might have suffered,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And people have died and we didn't even know.
Right.
Yeah.
Some artists.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but bring the truth to light, man.
Right.
Yeah.
We touched base a little bit before about the whole COVID and stuff. But what do you think? What do you think about the current state of hip hop and the music industry now in 2020?
I mean, it's been good for a few people that started podcasts, including yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Which is a blessing.
Yeah.
That is
Using our time
it was
wisely.
a blessing for a lot of people, even for myself. And I think that a lot of the positive and motivated people were able to find the blessing in this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where if somebody didn't find a blessing, they're still complaining through this. They were complaining before. They weren't trying to do nothing before either.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And there's just more reasons to complain. But it's like everybody that I know that are go-getters, that are hustlers, they have found a way to make this work out for them. And I've seen like people like Lil Boozy, he's making more money now off the social media. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne dropped a podcast. Fat Joe got a podcast. A whole bunch of people just started doing podcasts,
including us,
and famous people.
Yeah.
Which was dope.
I noticed
that too.
Mike Tyson one was one of the better
Mike
ones.
Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. Yeah,
Even though it was growing, or I think it already had started.
yeah, he was already doing it.
But now, but this gave a reason for more people to be able to tune in and even notice it.
Yeah.
But it messed up a lot of people who were getting show money.
Right.
It messed up a lot of the club life, club owners, people who are in the club scene. It messed a lot of them up. I'm not too concerned with that because of the fact that most clubs are doing nothing but destroying people. You know, you're toxifying yourself and all the negative music, the negative vibrations that are going on in most of these clubs, the fakeness that's happening, you know what I'm saying? The act of faking.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
And we come from that scene too. That's where we come from working wise. So
you know what I'm saying?
I know.
So you know, so I don't feel bad for that part of the game to get hit, because when things pop off again, that area of the game will be lit again, and they will get money. And I just think that it should be humbling for them people, because a lot of people in that profession, in that field, they take it for granted, man. That money that's being made in the clubs, they be taking that for granted.
I agree with you.
It's a bunch of free money getting thrown at people all day, every day. And people were taking that for granted. So I think that this was definitely a positive for a lot of people to get hit hard like that.
Yeah, it's a reality check for a lot of people.
Man, like, stop playing. Look, you was playing too much. Now you realize you have to get serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it has done a lot of good, like I said, for positive people.
Right.
If you know how to turn a negative into a positive, if you're a person like that, then this has been good for you.
True words.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that was inspirational when you just said it. I dig it.
Well, we talk same thing with this podcast. We talk about doing it, and then the only time we actually had time to sit down and get a plan together was because of COVID, and we're both out of work, so we just made it happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, Krook, how do you feel about the current state of hip hop musically in 2020?
I mean, again, the good thing is that people started listening to more conscious music.
Yes.
Because you're not in the clubs, you're not hanging around, so you don't have the you know. You're not trying to listen to the turn up song. You know, when people are about to go to the club, they're gonna
got no place to turn up.
Music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm about to go to the club, turn up. You know what I'm saying? But now they're not going to turn up. So then the mood is for something else right now. The mood is for reflection. The mood is for drama, because with all this
so much drama,
is a lot of drama also being produced from this. You know, because people can't take it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the politics that are going on. The political climate right now is very tense,
all the
too.
division.
Yes, a lot
I
of
heard the rate of marriages went down. Like, a lot of marriages got broken up.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, they said depression and fucking suicide have been on the rise like crazy. Drug addiction.
All that shit.
Because
people cannot take it.
People are fucked up. They're out of work. They're fucking at home. They're depressed. They don't know what to do.
The kids are home.
The kids are home all the time.
You gotta learn. You gotta teach
driving
school.
me crazy. I'm like, I'm going at the same time. Well, one of them shut up. I'll be like, damn. I have to calm myself down and tell myself to enjoy it, to you know, just appreciate it. Appreciate it. Here I am, a father with 2 kids arguing, you know what I'm saying? Because any day now, I might be somebody else on this road. You know what I'm saying? But at least I got to have that moment. You know, the world is my field, you know what I'm saying? And I don't plan on staying nowhere for too long. You know what I'm saying?
Just keep it moving.
Yeah, if I'm in Rhode Island, like, I don't know how many days to a week. Like, I cannot, like, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't last probably 3 days tops.
You're on the road a lot still.
Without leaving, like, this area. Last week I was in Pennsylvania. I was upstate New York, Syracuse, Utica, then back to New York. I was in Jersey also, you know what I'm saying? And then back over here, filmed a video Saturday. I'm a King. That's off the Organic Vibes album.
Word.
And then I've been taking it easy since then. I got the USBs coming. See, because, you know, we was talking about the mixtapes, but the transition is to the USBs.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
So
I don't know how I feel about the USB transition, though, to be honest with you.
Well, the thing is, as a businessman and what's going on with every car having a USB player, it only makes sense that I sell a USB.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, yeah.
And then it became about the cost and making it professional. You know what I'm saying? So I had to outsource to China to get a large amount for a cheaper price that will make sense for me in the game, that I could sell them cheap enough where I still make a good profit. You know what I'm saying? So now I'll be selling the USBs at $20. I did this last year, but I was selling them for $50 because I had 2,800 songs on it. Mm-hmm. So it was too much for most people.
Yeah.
Where a DJ and people like that is great if they own a restaurant, they wanted to leave it, you know what I'm saying, playing. But for regular everyday people, it was too much for them to pay $50 for some music, even though it's a lot and it was worth it. But now, with me bringing it down to 20 and giving them only like 600 songs, you know what I'm saying? Now, it's easier for someone to come out their pocket and pay you 20. Yep. And everybody got a USB player in their car. So it's like people spend $20 on stupid stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you could spend 20 on some music that you're gonna rock to for the whole month because you got all kind of albums on there, new songs, every genre. You dig what I'm saying? So I got my own packaging for it. Nobody ever done this before. I'm taking the mixtape game and I'm doing it in the USB wave. You know what I'm saying? With it's gonna packaging, it's a little bag. Yeah. It's gonna have the USB in there. It's got my logo printed on it, plus a couple stickers inside the bag. You know what I'm saying? That has a cover. It looks like a mixtape. It looks like a flyer on the front. Yep. Then you look in the back and it's see-through, and you can see the USB and everything like that. So that I just
smart. Yeah.
That's getting produced right now, and I should have it probably in the next 3 weeks. I'm really hoping. Definitely before Christmas, New Year's, so I could really hit the road and go hard with it. Because it's something like, it's never been accessible like this. Nobody has sold a USB $20, a professional looking, you know what I'm saying, like a product like this. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to come by something like this. So, you know, I'm just...
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
You know, thank you.
Stay up on the current, digital... platforms and everything else.
Yep, the curve. Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, stay ahead of the curve. Actually, that's what it sounds like you're doing.
You know, so that's what it is, man. Like innovating. We don't have to be rich to innovate.
No.
But we have to feed our minds.
Even with that, you could the next month if you got people that come to you all the time, you could do it for $5 for just a digital download. They can use that same USB and just load it right there.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's the whole thing. It's like I could go in a barbershop and the barber could say, I'll buy one, don't worry, I'll give you a copy. Yeah. Like y'all don't have to buy your own, just buy one and y'all can share it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I'll put 10, you put 10. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's easy money, easy sell, but some people gonna be like, nah, I want my own, man. I don't want yours. I want my packaging. I want my packaging.
But still, $20 isn't really terrible considering. Besides the packaging, you're putting a lot of fucking songs on there.
A CD.
Yeah, it's regular CD. $21.
Right. Yeah. Go to Newberry Comics.
And you got fucking 16 songs on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
You're giving them more back for that buck.
That's good. I think you're gonna get. I think you'll definitely get way more just by marketing like that with the packaging.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Man.
Just with the USB, that artwork part.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah.
Because once I get on it and start running with it, because I'm pushing it to everybody. Like this is the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you got a catalog.
Trademark.
A lot of DJs too. Like Crazy Ray, I told him, make yours too. Put all your blends on one USB, and I guarantee you, if he does it like this with this type of packaging, people are gonna pay it. They're gonna pay the money, and it's gonna be worth it. The profit is gonna be there, and that's without him having to do new work.
And you get to keep the artwork alive too. Where normally you wouldn't, with the USB, you can't put fucking nothing on there. At least with that packaging, you can still do it.
That's why it's a great idea. Too. You're giving them everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, how do you feel about the transition of sound in hip hop? How today it's the trap, the drill stuff. It's not the the boom bap, you know,
Yeah.
you coming up in the 80s and 90s and stuff like that, it's definitely changed. And me, I've tend to have been stuck in my ways, but I do like some of the new stuff.
Yeah, well, I won't say that anything changed. Honestly, nothing has changed. Just new things have been added.
Right.
But it hasn't changed because there's still young, dope artists doing real hip hop.
Yeah, definitely.
Boom bap.
Yeah, definitely.
Stuff. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
The artists are out there. So the music didn't change. New styles have formed. They got created and they're getting the attention. And you know how it is when the industry.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, that is a good way to look at
The
it.
industry is who controls what's popular.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, the streets made it popular, but it would have been still just a street thing. But they made a street thing into a commercial thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got Fabio Foreign and doing songs with Drake. Like,
Yeah.
a drill rapper doing songs with Drake? What's Drake talking about? Why is Drake on a record with him? Like, it don't even make sense, but it's all pop.
Right,
It's all
right.
about the big machine
Yes, yeah,
controlling.
yes.
So I tell people all the time, stop saying that hip-hop changed or that hip-hop is this or that. No, hip-hop is the very same thing that it always has been. It's about what they're putting in the front.
Yeah.
We're not the ones.
Right.
The culture's not the ones putting this stuff in the front.
Right.
It's the big wigs.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not us. They're
big
not
business.
the culture.
No.
It's big business and corporations and government ties.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying.
So you know.
Speak on it.
So you know, but people think that just because it's popular, that's what's the dopest stuff out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So now all the kids want to copy what's the dopest stuff out there. What they think is the hottest thing on earth, you know. But it's just making people think that it's hot, and then the kids think it is hot, so they copy what they think is hot.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, but the real hip hop hasn't stopped.
No, I tell people that all the time. I say you got to keep your ears to the street for real. You know
And
what
all
I'm
the
saying?
new albums, like you said, about what's getting paid attention to. Look at the top 5 Grammy-nominated albums.
Nas needs to
They're
get that Grammy. Nas needs that Grammy. I heard he never got a Grammy yet.
Nah, and is most of the songs in them compilations is all boom bap, real rap type stuff.
Really, I didn't even see who the nominees were.
Yeah, it's like
Voice of
Nas,
5'9" is on there.
Really?
5'9",
Yeah, but Nas, I want Nas. I love Voice of 5'9".
Yeah, that's a dope album too.
Nas
Freddie
needs that-
Gibbs
that
with
Grammy.
Alchemist.
Okay, nice. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, the Grammys are stepping it up this year. What's going on?
Nobody's watching
This is
it.
what I'm saying.
Wow.
That consciousness and conscious music
Wow.
has been coming. And what's all that music? It's all boom bap.
Yeah, no, I love that fucking
all
Freddie
soulful.
Gibbs and Alchemist album is fucking hard as fuck.
It's culture.
That's my kind of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's dope.
That's what
I'm
I'm
glad
saying.
you're speaking on this because I don't pay a lot of attention to the mainstream media and what goes on, so I wouldn't even know that.
Yeah, so but I still show love to all the new music. I still listen to all the artists. If they're talking some BS, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say. Yeah, it sounds dope. Yeah, it sounds hot. Whoop-dee, I got the doopty, I got the boopy. My son knows all the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, I told my son, yeah, I'm gonna open your lata. He's like, open my lata. What are you talking about? I said, come on, it's in your favorite song. He started from the beginning of the rhyme. Lata, da, 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 da. Open your lata. Oh, yeah. Like, they're singing the word. Like, I'm taking it literal. He say, open your lata, I'm going to open your top. Lata means can in Spanish.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking it literal. I'm telling my son, I'm going to open your lata because he's hearing the records. But obviously, he's hearing the records and not really actually listening to
The
what
words.
they're saying and what it means.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
You know what I'm saying?
like that's kind of the trend now. It's like a lot of artists don't even have to say much. It's more about the beat and the catchy hook.
Yeah.
I mean,
The flow.
yeah, it's just I don't know how to describe it exactly, but that's really what it comes down to.
From DJing in the club, it's like I don't listen to reggaeton and I couldn't tell you, but I know what they listen to. That the kids come up and say, "Oh, I want Anuel" or whatever. I says, "Okay," so that I can listen to kind of like I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but I can kind of tell, and they always, well, they like it. So, but I have no fucking idea.
Well, the club people just want to hear whatever's gonna move them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
And whatever's programmed,
yeah,
that's what they want to move to.
Exactly.
If that's the hot shit on the radio or on TV or
Yeah.
somewhere or anywhere, and the people talk, that's what they want to hear. Instead of want to hear something new, they want to hear the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I find it ironic when
literally they listen to this. They rather play the same song 5 times a night. You know what I mean? You played it again. It was fucking 5 songs ago. I didn't play it again. Play it again.
I find it ironic when the girls are like dancing and singing along to a song that's totally fucking degrading them, and they're just doing it with like you know what I'm saying?
They're so happy to sing it too. I said, so you don't get mad when they play you.
He ain't
when
talking to me.
He ain't talking to you.
Yo, but if me and you say that to the girl, she's gonna fucking slap us, or she's gonna call her boyfriend, or we're gonna be in a bad situation.
No, but how about this? Let's say you're not even a famous rapper, but you're on the stage saying some derogatory shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, who the fuck is this motherfucker? Let them say it.
Yeah, no,
James, take me now.
That's right. It's a shame, you know, people for props, for clout, you know what I'm saying, for the likes, for anything that you know makes them feel good about themselves, even if they didn't really do nothing to make themselves feel better for them. You know what I mean? Like it's so crazy. It's a sickness.
It is.
For you to feel good about something that really truly didn't move you into a better place. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing. They're staying in the same exact place, and a like will make them think that they went somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And you haven't done nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's Insta famous.
That's just how it is now.
Insta famous.
Like that everywhere.
People that are just famous on social media.
And that's why them kids be committing them suicides and stuff that, because they feel that if they don't get the attention, they got no followers. They see that the other friends, he has 200 followers, he has 1,000 followers. Oh my God, I don't even got 20.
I know, exactly. It makes people depressed. Even myself, I'm like, damn, why don't I have more followers, man? What the fuck am I doing? And then you got people paying for shit, paying for this, paying for that, to try to up their status to make themselves look better.
To make themselves look better, so other people could see them as better, for them to think better of themselves. Imagine that.
Oh, I know.
That you're gonna let another person's feelings about you decide how you feel about yourself.
Talk about the streams.
I know.
About the streams getting paid for.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
No, but Krook, you know all about that.
Yeah, streams get paid for, but also
YouTube views too, right? YouTube views.
Yeah, and it's making it seem like they're the real rock stars.
Krook, you got some knowledge? You got some knowledge on that?
Nah, I mean, you know, it's already well-known stuff.
Yeah.
Pay for all these streams and stuff like that, and there's legal ways of paying for the streams.
Yeah, there's companies that do it, right?
There's companies that do it, and also just going direct to YouTube. If you're paying YouTube for ads, they're making sure that your video gets seen in front of other people. If that person keeps watching it, you get the view. If that person clicks on your thing, then you get that view. You know what I'm saying? So it's a legal way to do it. And it's still like you're paying for the views, but it's actually a real person that saw it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of paying for a view that nobody saw.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, that's how I feel like, you know, just pay for the real views. I pay for playlist ads on Spotify to be on a playlist. So if that playlist is getting 100,000 listens every day type, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta pay to be on that playlist. So I could get heard when people are listening to that playlist, my song's gonna pop up and they're gonna hear it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
People, yeah, definitely.
So it's like, that's what you're paying for. You know what I'm saying? To have the chance of being heard by these people who are already attracted to this playlist. You know what I'm saying? So I do stuff like that where I'll pay to get on playlists. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives me a better chance of getting heard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's not a fake listen. It's a real listen. You know what I'm saying? You just paid to be there where the ears were. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that this is the smart way to do it. If you're making money, keep reinvesting it back.
Yeah.
So every time I keep printing up more merch. I keep selling and I keep printing more. Sell and print more. I'm not.
Oh yeah, you want to plug that really quick?
Using my money for something else. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm reinvesting into the brand, even if I'm not seeing a major profit, a get rich profit from it, but I'm building it up to the one day. As long as I keep going, it can be valued at millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? You never know how far something will go unless you keep going with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, true indeed.
Period.
Yeah.
Like you can't say, "Oh, it's gonna go forever," and you didn't do nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? It's all go as far as you take it. You know.
Yeah. Wise words.
And you don't want to be the guy that stopped 3 feet from gold. If you don't know the story about the homeboy, he was mining for gold, and he had got a hint of where the gold was, but he was going. He got frustrated and then gave up and sold the equipment to some regular jack. The guy freaking got the equipment. He went bing, bing. The same day that they started, it was only 3 feet, and he hit the ore, the line where the gold was.
It's a bad hit.
That's how life works.
That was like the guy that gave up his stock to Apple early on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that happens all the time.
The guy learned a lot from it. He still ended up becoming rich. The guy who sold the shit, because it really messed him up. But at the same time, it motivated him and charged him up that you can never quit. You can never quit. If you believe in something, you just gotta keep going. You don't want to stop when you're 3 feet from gold. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and that's how I
well
feel.
said.
Like,
well said.
I'm almost there. I could be right there at the door. It cannot stop right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta find out if it's really there.
Yeah, no, kid, you don't want to live in regret for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, I could have.
And that's the worst, to become old.
Yeah.
And know that you're done.
Yeah.
And know that you didn't do it.
Right.
And here you are, old ass dude that didn't accomplish anything because you didn't keep going, and that's the only difference. That you stopped. You could have put your energy there instead of putting it somewhere else that didn't produce nothing for you.
Exactly.
Everyone should listen to what he just said, because that's, in my opinion, the absolute truth.
Word.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
you got any upcoming plans?
well, we know he has upcoming plans.
Well, yeah.
What are your upcoming plans?
Well, the album's out, Organic Vibes, which I produced with 30 artists and musicians from Rhode Island are featured on it. I produced the tracks and then had other people do instrumentations on some of the joints. And it's a dope album, and I've put out
people are talking about it right now. They're on the live. They're like, yo, cool album.
Oh.
I had like 40 people on here already talking about that album.
Word. So I dropped one video already. It's called Caught Up in My Feelings, featuring Fantab Brown and Violeta.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that at the end.
All right, and then I'm a King is with 99330, King Drastic, and an artist named Fliz. That joint we just
Shout out to Fliz.
Shout out Fliz. That's the homie for many years.
Yeah, I know Fliz for a minute. Good guy right there.
Yeah, real good guy. And so they're all in the video, you know what I'm saying? I love all three of them, you know what I'm saying? Like really, really dope characters, really dope people, you know. It was really my blessing and honor to have them work with me, and also to be doing this video. It came out so dope. As you know, the scenes came out dope. It's not edited yet, but we feeling really good about it, and we can't wait to share it with the world. You know what I'm saying? It's coming before the year's over, definitely.
And where can people get the album?
The album's online everywhere, you know what I'm saying? The usual title, iTunes, Apple,
all the platforms,
Spotify, you know, if they want to stream or they want to buy. Plus, you got the website, krookrock.com or organicvibes.life for the merch as well as for the music.
You want to give out your social media?
Krook Rock, at Krook, KROOK ROCK on all platforms. I'm the only Krook Rock, and I will battle whoever for my name. I might jump on your neck and all kind of stuff. It'll be disrespectful if you try to take my name.
Nah, no one's taking your name. Your name's set in stone. You know what I'm saying? You put in a lot of work, man, and still putting in a lot of work. So,
any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's on the album. Shout out to my brother Tapia, CLO Jams, Ed Jesus, aka Child Rebel.
Yeah.
Always here supporting me, assisting me in many things, going on the road with me. You know what I'm saying? And big up to all the DJs that been playing my stuff. You know, Max Major, big up Max Major, big up Nice Hits, Franchise, all them. Beat Killer, DJ Boom, Chop Stewie, man, all the DJs. I might forget some of y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to the DJs, man. Y'all mean everything.
The backbone of this music shit.
It doesn't matter how dope an artist is. If the DJs decide that they're not going to play your joint, they got the power. They're not playing your joint. You know what I'm saying? And you got to respect the power of the DJ. You know, always respect that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
100.
like, you know, even though I want to say F you, for not playing my shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's still like you still have to look at the reality of it and respect it. Respect what it is. And you know what I'm saying? If I got to keep on doing more to earn my respect, to earn the love, to earn the support, then I got more work to do then. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But big up to everybody.
Shout out to the QR scanner on your commercial vehicle. Shout out to the art dealers.
Yeah, you're doing it with the van out there, man. No joke.
Hip Hop Chess Club of Rhode Island, nonprofit.
Hip Hop, I mean, we got, man, Organic Core, my man Young Amsterdam, aka Gas, you know, Nate, the whole team, Funky Misfit, like.
Shout out to 7 Key
We got
Studio.
a whole bunch of studios that we building. My brother Merc, Merc Beats, Boiler Room Studio. That's
Shout
where
out
the whole
Merc.
magic be happening. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Shoot, man.
People are gonna see that Organics Vibe van all over the place, right?
Yeah, they see
everywhere.
On the highway, they be scanning the QR and everything.
Hell yeah.
Well, you know.
That's smart, man. That's smart business that you're doing with that.
Appreciate it. I appreciate
For sure,
it. You
man.
know what I mean? Like,
I gotta take
man,
some lessons from you on this shit.
I read in a lot of books, and while I'm on the road, I take advantage and I listen to audiobooks most of the time. I don't really listen to music. I just listen to audiobooks all the time because I know how to make music already.
Right, yeah.
I need to be smarter.
No, I think we all do. Yeah, no. Everyone can learn from a lot of the things that you've said.
Yeah, for sure. No, you're doing definitely.
Not even with just music, but business in general.
Yeah, with marketing, all that shit. Hell yeah, dude.
For real.
Yeah, man. Well, that was great, bro.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, Krook Rock, thank you for coming down.
Make sure you follow Krook Rock.
It's a pleasure.
Check that Organic Vibes album. And everything else that he's got going on. And we're going to end it with one of his... Krook, you want to introduce the song?
This track is called Caught Up in My Feelings. I produced it. Jeff Liggins is on the bass. Like I said, Fantab Brown on the verse. And I got my homegirl Violeta, Lady of Providence, is on the hook. Soulful, positive, encouragement for the people.
Oh, yeah.
Word. Organic Vibes out now everywhere.
That's right, guys. Street Corner Soapbox, we're fucking out of here.
Peace.
Krook Rock, hot. For Fantab, yeah. Krook Rock, hot. Fantab. We as a people love proving who's the wildest. Scared to take a ass whooping, so we gang gun violence. 2 lives is lost cause of a bad decision. One is back to the essence, the other one in prison. This is our mentality, it's our way of living. Everything's their material to keep our minds in prison. I'm the first to be flossed out, bossed out, make the struggle look good, cause they want me crossed out. I don't know who to blame, the game has changed. Love and loyalty is from the cloth I claim. Thinking the streets got the same love is not reality. Instant glamour and fame, that's a false fallacy. You don't know the sacrifices that I had to make. I used to be the type of nigga tying duct tape, but now I lean on God and I have faith. As I walk the path, I cruise through the state. Apologize to the moms who became brackets. Cause of us hustlers, it's a bunch of mumble rappers. LOD, I'm the product of the streets. I'm blessed to reach and teach every person that'll hear me speak. I'm just caught up in my feelings. I keeping it real. I'm just caught up in my feelings. Everyday emotions, I'm keeping it real. I'm just caught up in my feelings. I'm keeping it real. I'm just caught up in my feelings. Everyday emotions, I'm keeping it real. Society imposes certain rules and regulations that just don't coincide with my thug and gang affiliations. They say have patience if you want to change, but I reach for the wisdom to strive, and inside of my range. Young black youth without a role model, nobody positive to follow. All I know is blunts and Henny bottles. The same path led me to the state pen, and if I don't make a change in my life, I walk that way again. But fuck 'em, I dwell in hell before I let a cop drag me off the jail and get indicted, then judged by 12. Thinking's demonic to society standards. My life's insomniac cause I supplied the hood with drugs to man. I'm just caught up in my feelings. I keeping it real. I'm just caught up in my feelings. Everyday emotions, I'm keeping it real. I'm just caught up in my feelings. I'm keeping it real. I'm just caught up in my feelings. Everyday emotions, I'm keeping it real.
is here to stay. It's okay to get caught up in your feelings, but it's on the way. Yeah, the sun is on the way.
The Street Corner Soapbox. If you're a fan of the podcast, you can help support the show by donating to our PayPal at paypal.me/Street Corner Soapbox.
That's right, guys. Make sure to like and share all of our episodes. And for easier access to our show, check out our link tree at linktr.com.